Sorry about that. Be back. All right. Anyway, we're talking about Evelyn, and just to watch her deteriorate was horrible. Um. Oh, there was another guy who would come into our store, and I kid you not, he had like maybe 10 bags, 10 big, huge plastic bags of his belongings that he would carry with him everywhere. And he would just have them all sprawled out throughout the store in chairs. And he had a laptop computer. How you gonna be homeless with a fucking laptop computer? And I was like, I wonder if he's looking. And one day I was like, let me go. I was being nosy. I wanted to look and see what he was. He was always on his laptop. And I went and looked and see what it was like. This son of a bitch was on Facebook. No, bitch, you should be looking for work. And if you are on Facebook, what the fuck are you posting? You homeless. And if you got friends, shouldn't you be asking, hey, can I sleep on your couch for a little bit? Hey, can you help me out? Asking for some help? I can't. Um, oh, and then one time I remember there was this guy and his girlfriend who came into our store to use the bathroom. Once again, the bathroom is always a problem. They went into the bathroom, and I don't know what transpired, but all I know is they were in there for a long time. I went and knocked. They ran out, and the guy was like, "Oh man, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. You just another faggot. You ain't shit." And then they walked out. They were trying to have sex in there. And his girlfriend or whatever, she ran back in the bathroom and I guess they tossed the bag of cocaine behind the garbage can or whatever, and she went to retrieve that. Um, I got a lot of homophobic remarks, tons of them. I got called fag constantly. I got called nigger. Um, Mind you, it's the liberal democratic state of New York City, where everyone gets along. You think this would happen in the South? No, I got far more. I'm from the Midwest, and I lived in the South as well. I'm from the South. I'm from the Midwest. I've gotten far more racism here than I ever did there. Far more homophobia here than I ever did back home. You'd be surprised. Um, One time there was a guy who was in the bathroom, and he was in there for a long time, and you could hear him like grunting, going, "Ugh! Oh!" We all thought he was taking a shit. I was like, "Ooh, he going in. Ooh, he must be constipated. Poor boy, drink some prune juice and water, eat some bread." He was in there a little bit too long, so I knocked on the door because someone came over. Oh, this guy's in there for guess how long? 15, 20 minutes. So I went, knocked on the door. I said, hey, you okay in there? Oh, give me a second. I said, hey, you gotta finish up. We got people who need to use the bathroom. Okay. He was in there for like another 5 minutes. I unlocked the door, and the floor was covered with newspapers and like 3 inches of water. Newspapers were everywhere and water. He was in there trying to shoot up heroin with a plastic spoon. How how you do that, I don't know. He was trying to do that. And then we called the police, and the police had to come and apprehend him and take him out of the store, take him to the hospital or whatever. Oh Lord. One time Brett was closing, and we had 2 new hires that we just hired. He was training them and whatnot. Brett went to go take a Brett went to go have a cigarette. Right? He went on his break, his lunch break. He went to have a cigarette, and he left them on the floor, which he shouldn't have done because they're new and they don't really know anything. He left them on the floor, and Howard Schultz came to that store. Howard Schultz walked in, and the store was a mess. It was a wreck because it got a little busy, and they were, doing the best they could. So they couldn't. There was only 2 of them. They couldn't really step off to go do a slide or anything. Howard Schultz sat down in that cafe and sent the email to the regional manager. It was, oh, it was bad. And then I just remember the next day walking in and going to the back room, and Brett was back there, and I just walked right back out because they were on him about that. So then once again with Blake, there was no talk of promotion, no talk of nothing. There was news that they were opening up a new store in our district down on 14th and 8th. And they needed baristas from each store to go work at the new store. I volunteered. I was like, I'll go. Hello, I'll go. I'll do it. So Blake picked me and another girl, Andrea. She was a barista. We got picked to go to the new store at 14th and 8th. And then that was it. So I was hoping to go to this store and further my promotion or whatnot. And I actually spoke to the store manager, who I knew, who worked with me at Sheridan Square as a shift, but he's now see how everyone's getting promoted but me? Like, I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I don't kiss ass. I refuse to. I never will. My performance alone speaks for itself. I was a good damn shift, and they didn't appreciate the shit. So I wanted to go to 14th and 8th. So I spoke to Henry and everything and talked to him about the same thing. So we got transferred to 14th and 8th, and the store wasn't even done being like built yet. They were still like fixing it up, tweaking it and everything. And this is actually one of the first stores that we built from the ground up. Like, we helped put all the coffee in there and set up the machines and everything. So I'll get to what happened at 14th and 8th. And that'll be the last video. That's the top worst store I've ever been to. It's horrible. Now, let's talk about some of the customers that used to come into 23rd and 8th. There was this tall, bald-headed guy who used to come in, and he would always get a venti cappuccino. And he used to always hit on me inappropriately. And he had a deep guttural voice. And he would always go, "Oh, venti cap. Venti, yeah. And he'd come down to the bar, and I'd be there making it or whatever. "Hey, baby, how are you? How's things going? You know what we should do one day? We should, you smoke weed?" I'm like, "Yeah, sometime. We should smoke weed together sometime. See what happens." And he would always, anytime he would come down to the bar, he would make this groan noise. He would, "Ugh." Every time. I'm like, your breath sounds hot. You don't need a cappuccino. You need some tea. Maybe some water. Aloe soothes. One time, a homeless guy came into the store and caused a ruckus. And he had a dog. And he tried to sick his dog on the homeless guy. He was like, "Get up! Get him, fucking get the guy! Get out of here, you fucker!" The dog didn't even do anything. The dog jumped on him trying to lick his face. The homeless guy realized that he was in the wrong and actually came back into the store and apologized to everybody. And everyone cussed him out and kicked him out again. And I got mad about that. I was like, I said, "Y'all, he apologized. Really?" And you guys just, stomped on his heart like that. That was mean. That was really mean. You shouldn't have done that. There used to be this, like I said, we were Chelsea. 3 things in Chelsea that you will see. That's all. This only 3 things, maybe 4. You only see gyms, gay bars, vitamin stores, five things: Thai restaurants and spas. That's all that's there. That's all you see. Um, there was, and the New York Sports Club was like right across the street from us. And there used to be this huge, like, muscle guy that would come in. And he had a boyfriend who was kind of pudgy. And you could tell he was making him go to the gym. He was very dominant. And he was just a dick. He would come up, he'd be like, yeah, let me get venti green tea lemonade with 5 Splenda. He'd get that every time. One time his boyfriend ordered a drink. He ordered a caramel frappuccino. I was like, okay. He said, no. You're not drinking that. You're not drinking that at all. Get him a green tea lemonade as well. You're getting a green tea lemonade. You're not drinking a frappuccino. Like, he was very dominant. One time we were out of Splenda. This son of a bitch, we rang him up, whatever. He tipped 75 cents to the tip jar. Went down to the bar. The barista informed him, I'm sorry, sir, but we're out of Splenda. I'm sorry, we just ran out. He said, okay, can I get my money back, please? Can I get my money back? We're like, yeah, sure. So we refunded his money. And then he said, oh, yeah, and can I get my tip back? He really wanted his 75 cents back out of the tip jar. There used to be this priest that came in, and he wasn't a real priest. He was lying. He wasn't no real priest. He would come in a priest outfit and everything. He had a humongous cross. The cross had to be this big around his neck. He was balding. He was bald here. He had hair around the side. He did a comb over, and he didn't do a good job. Quit doing comb overs. They're pointless. It just looks stupid. Did a comb over. Anyway. This priest used to steal from us. He used to steal Madelines, the black and white cookies, the stuff in the front, the mints. He used to steal that. We used to catch him on the camera all the time. I'm like, he ain't no damn priest. Oh, he was a mess. There used to be this Asian guy that used to come in. He had a wonderful body. Sick body. And he knew it. But he would come in every time with his shirt completely off and sweat. Just wet. It was nasty, and he used to get venti mocha with like 8 pumps of mocha, 6 shots of espresso, 2 scoops of protein. He would drink that. Always. There was this guy who came in, short, pudgy dude, and he would always get oatmeal. And he would always come up to the register. Can I get water for my oatmeal? He had a thick Southern accent. Can I get water for my oatmeal, please? And all that. I don't know why, but one day I was by the bar. I wasn't even on duty. But he came over to me and started yelling at me. He was like, fuck you. You don't like me anyway. You ain't shit. I'd fucking kick your ass. You fuck. And he in my face. And I was like, dude, you better back up. You better back the fuck up. I let him talk his shit. I don't care. But if you touch me, we're going to have a problem. He was going in on me. No one defended me. No one stuck up for me. No one broke it up. That's the city I live in. No one's... You're for yourself here. It's all you. No one stuck up for me. No one jumped in. No one did anything. This guy belligerently was just yelling at me. One time, this woman came in, and she ordered a chai latte. She was like, and she was frantic. Which one of you guys are ringing me up? Which one are you going to? Which one are you coming in? Okay, yeah, okay. Let me get a grande chai with extra hot soy milk, 180 degrees, 7 pump. One of them crazy ridiculous drinks. And I'm gonna get on y'all about that. She goes down to the bar. She just ordered it, and she's belligerent, just berating Amber, was the barista behind the bar, and I'm, standing. She's like, you got my chai back there? Because I'm in a hurry. I've got to go. I'm really in a hurry. I've got to go. I have things to do. So can you please hurry up with the chai? I don't know why I wasn't on duty. I wasn't working. I flipped out. I said, "What the fuck is your problem, lady?" She said, "Excuse me?" I said, "I didn't hear you burp." I said, "What the fuck is your problem? You came in here with an attitude." I said, "Quit messing." I said, "Quit rushing her. She gonna get your fucking drink out. If you that much in a hurry, why didn't you stop here? Why don't you go to your fucking destination?" "Excuse me, who are you talking to?" I said, "Bitch, I'm talking to you. I'm looking right in your eye. I'm talking to you." Like, I went in on her. She's like, "Oh, you're crazy." I said, "No, you the crazy one, bitch. I'm completely sane. You crazy." I said, "You going?" And then she got her drink, right? And then she wanted to stand there and argue with me. I said, "Bitch, don't you got somewhere to go? Ain't you in a hurry? You standing here arguing with me, wasting time. Aren't you in a hurry? Don't you got somewhere to go? Bitch, move, leave. You said you were in a hurry. Then you shouldn't be standing here arguing with me. You mean ass bitch." I said, "Go get a fucking attitude adjustment." Like, I ripped her a new asshole. Everyone applauded. Everyone applauded. Amber came around, hugged me. I'm like, "Girl, this bitch." There were some of the baristas at this store really tripped me out. There was a dude named Mackie that worked there. Mackie said that he was Ethiopian and Eastern European Jewish. Something like that. You ever meet someone who lies so much that they believe the lies that they tell? This guy lied so much. He lied all the time. He said that he went to NYU. He said that he was a chemistry major at NYU. He said that he invented African ballet. He said that he had 3 kids. He showed me a picture of one of the kids. It was a white baby. This boy was dark as fuck. He had horrible dental. His teeth were all rotted out. I used to call him Yuck Mouth. He had the worst rotted teeth. He was dirty all the time. His uniform was always dirty, wrinkled. His hair was unkept. Like, he would just, looking at him, people thought he was homeless. They were like, "Oh, it's nice that y'all gave the homeless guy a job." I was like, that's how bad he looked. He lied so much. One time he told me that, and when he lived in Africa, he said it took him 18 hours to go back and forth to school. He had to walk to school. I said, "Hold the fuck on." He said it took him 18 hours to walk to school back and forth, right? And he said, and along that journey, they would have to dodge and run away from tigers and lions. I said, "Mackie, that don't make no fucking sense. There are 24 hours out of the day. Okay? You mean to tell me you walked 9 hours there, learned your lessons and shit, for what? I don't know, a couple of hours, and then walked all the way back? Y'all didn't get no sleep, no dinner?" I said, "Mackie, you cannot outrun a lion or a tiger. You can't outrun it. It's impossible." I would catch him in lies all the time. He lied so much. There was a gay guy named Dario that worked there. Dario was the most problematic barista I've ever had in my life. Hands down, bar none. He was insanely jealous of me for some reason. We constantly had conflict. He just did not want to do anything I asked him. I never told him to do it. I would always ask. I remember one time I was at the bar making drinks. He was on the register. He's like, "Grande white mocha?" I'm like, "Do they want whipped cream on it?" "I don't know." "Can you please ask?" "You want whipped cream?" "Grande caramel frappuccino?" "They want whipped cream on it?" "I don't know. Can you please ask?" "Do you want whipped cream?" "Grande white mocha?" "Do they want whipped cream on it, Dario?" It doesn't say that we have to ask people if they want whipped cream in the employee book. I said, clock out and go the fuck home. I ain't got time for this. That's why I don't wear a watch. I ain't got time. Then, and then he, on top of that, he attempted to commit suicide, and come to find out he had like 2 STDs, and he only tried and he didn't do it the right way. And they found him in the bathtub. He purposely did it so he could get attention. That boy he was an attention getter all the time, attention seeker. He always wanted attention. I couldn't stand him. I have no respect for him as a gay man whatsoever. And if I don't ever want to see him, period, ever. I think he moved back to North Carolina, wherever the fuck he's from. There were 3 guys who were from California that worked there, and they were all roommates. There was a guy named Cameron, there was a guy named Wyatt, and then there was a guy named Omar. And Wyatt was cool. I liked Wyatt. Cute, funny. We used to sit at the bar, talk. Cameron, hello, hey guys, how are you? Welcome to Starbucks. Hi, how are you? Very jovial. Customers loved him. But he lied all the time. He would come late. Listen, the managers put him on a pedestal. District, everyone. Oh, this is the quintessential barista. This is how you do it, guys. This is how you greet, and all that shit. He was a horrible worker. Horrible work ethic. He would come late and just give me the most ridiculous excuses. One time he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm sorry I'm late. Got hit by a car." I said, "Dude, you ain't got no bruises. You ain't cut nothing. No broken bones. How fast was the car going?" Like 45 miles an hour. It hit me really hard. There was another woman who used to work there. She was a short Bangladeshi woman. Her name was Mamataz. Her partner numbers, let's see, mine was 7 digits long. Hers was 5. She was with the company way before I was, before any of us was. She didn't know how to make one drink. She was more like a janitor type of barista. All she did was like to clean and clean. That's it. She didn't like any interaction with customers or anything like that. I don't know why they kept her around. I have no clue why Peter kept her around. And she would always threaten to quit. If she didn't get her word, "I quit this job, I quit." And she would go to the back and get a phone book. This is how long ago it was, by the way. We had phone books. She would get a phone book, flipping through the pages, looking for a job. Bitch, what are you doing? I can't. Celebrities that would come. There were a couple of celebrities that came. Tyra Banks used to come into the store, and if you've ever seen her on TV, that's exactly how she is in person. She's very loud, very outgoing. Mr. J used to come with her. What shocked me about Mr. J was he's tall. I thought he was like a little shorter, about 5'9". He is really tall. He's the same height as her. She's tall too. She was doing the Tyra show here in New York. She used to come to our store every now and then and get drinks. She was really nice and outgoing. That dude from the movie Bully, I think his name is Michael Pitt. He came in one time, and I immediately, I said, "I know you." I said, "You were in the movie Bully, right?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Man, that movie was intense." Like, I was asking him questions like, "How did you go through with it? Like, how did you get into character?" We actually had a really, really cool conversation. And he shook my hand after he left. He was really nice. Brooke Shields used to come in. And she was doing a play, I think, at the time. She would come in and get her drinks. She's tall. She's 6 feet tall. Beautiful. And very kind. She was very sweet. Ethan Hawke used to come in. He lived, I think, above our store. And he's not as attractive in person as you think he is. He's pretty ragged. And he was very quiet. Kurt, I think how you say his name is Acevedo, I think. Um, he was on the show Fringe. He was on Walking Dead one time, and he's well known for being in the show Oz, because gay men would come up to him all the time. Oh my God, I loved you in Oz. I never saw the show Oz, and then finally when I saw the show, I was like, God damn. There was a lot of prison rape going on in that show, and if you find that sexy, then something's wrong with you. Um, but yeah, he played Miguel Alvarez in that show. And he was really cool, and we would talk or whatnot. We used to sit and talk. I think he was in town for some gig or something. He was actually Italian, but he was always cast for Spanish parts. It was weird. Um, Steven Spielberg came in one time with his family. Um, he didn't talk much. Gabourey Sidibe from Precious. I actually have pictures with her. I'll find them and I'll put them up. She was cool, and I actually let her in the store after hours. So she was really nice. She was fun, and I used to and I was doing impressions because I seriously just saw the movie Precious 2 days before meeting her, and I was actually doing impersonations of Moni. I was like, "So you think you too good? You think you too good to go on the welfare?" Like she was like, "Shut up! Oh my God." She talks like a White Valley girl. It's the weirdest thing. I don't think that's her voice in the movie. The deep, it has to be overdubbed because her voice is. And she snorts when she laughs. She was a blast. Jodie Foster came in one day. I lost my mind. I kept my cool, but I wrote on her cup, "I think you're absolutely magnificent," And I gave her drink, and she read it. She had on sunglasses, and she was in the cut, like in this little corner. She's very quiet. Um, so yeah, that was some of the celebrities that I got to see there and whatnot. Yeah, that store was the second worst store. It was horrible, and the experience there was started out good, but like the other stores, ended up bad. So yeah, I won't take long this time. I'll definitely come back and tell you about the last store I worked at, 14th and 8th.